I think I've officially entered my wide-leg pants era. Ever since I saw the rise in popularity around Japanese Tobi trousers, I've been obsessed with their shape. Bold, architectural, and unapologetically oversized. So when I saw the Nikka Pants from isainstitches summer capsule collection, I couldn't stop thinking about them. I love a good wide-leg pant, but this was on another level. The pattern called for linen, which I couldn't find anywhere since Joann's was tragically shutting down. What I did find was a linen cotton blend labeled as quilter's cotton. It felt sturdy enough, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Especially because I was working with natural fibers, I finally invested some time into learning the importance of pre-washing my fabric. I learned all about sizing, this coating that makes fabric look nice on the bolt but shrinks in the wash. So to preserve the very oversized look of these pants, I overlocked the raw edges to prevent fraying, tossed it in the washer and dryer, and gave it a good press. And finally, it's ready to be cut. Making these pants was probably the most fun I've had with the project. Not only because I genuinely loved the process and the product I was making, but also because everything was just massive. I kept holding the pattern pieces up to myself thinking, did I pick the wrong size? Even though I followed the sizing guide based on my hips like Isa recommends, it still felt wild. But that's the thing about these pants. You don't really know if you picked the right size until you're nearly finished. Trust the process. Always easier said than done. Despite that lingering doubt, the pants came together beautifully. Every step just made sense. It was oddly meditative to chip away at this project in small pockets of time, especially during a few chaotic weeks. Sometimes I only had 20 minutes to sew, but each time I sat down, it became the highlight of my day. Even the hand sewing, which I normally dread, felt calm and satisfying. Isa's video tutorial included such clear close-ups of her hand stitching, which helped me so much. I don't know what it is, but my technique always looked a little weird before this. This time, it looked good. The waistband was the first real challenge. Isa recommends using the thickest elastic you can find so it doesn't roll around in the casing. I bought new elastic just for this, but even that started folding on me. So I ended up cutting some sturdy knit elastic I had on hand, which worked, even if it shows through the fabric a little. Eventually, I'll replace it, but I was too excited to try them on. Now, let's talk about the back pockets. With a 10-inch difference between my hips and waist, the elastic pulled the waistband in a lot, and that created a huge gap between the back pocket openings and the pant leg itself. I didn't even notice it until I tried them on, and I wasn't sure how to fix it. A little Googling and a few AI chats later, I realized I needed to remove the pockets and reattach them to account for the gathered waistband. While I was at it, I moved them closer to the center back seam so they didn't look like they were just drifting off into space. After that, they were perfect. This pattern exaggerates my hips, something I've always been self-conscious about. But somehow, in these pants, it works. It feels intentional. And honestly, just cool. Next time, I might size down. I had more than enough space in the waistband, and sizing down would probably help fix the pocket placement from the get-go. I'll still trace the markings, but I'll wait to sew the pockets until after the elastic is in, just in case. I also might add a small tie on the inside of the waistband to help stabilize it and prevent drooping throughout the day. But even with those notes, I am so happy with how these turned out. Sewing the Nikka Pants reminded me why I love this hobby so much. It's not just about the final product. It's about solving problems, trusting the process, and learning something new each and every time. And now I have a pair of pants that are unlike anything else I own. I'm already dreaming up my next pair. Big thanks to Isa for making such a beautifully designed and accessible pattern. I'll link it down below if you want to try it for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure. Thanks for watching. See you next time.